Hey guys, it's your guy Bennett Durosin from the Acts of Mixed Martial Arts. Welcome to my channel, okay? It's UFC Saudi Arabia. Do not forget it. Do not miss a single strike of UFC Saudi Arabia. Do not miss a single face punching action of UFC Saudi Arabia. What is the breakdown? What is the prediction? What is the statistics of the main event of UFC Saudi Arabia? What is the breakdown, the official breakdown by me for the 185-pound showdown in the main event of UFC Saudi Arabia? What am I talking about? The prediction of Robert Whittaker versus Ikram Aliskerov. UFC Saudi Arabia's main event or the headliner will be a middleweight bout between Robert Whittaker and Ikram Aliskerov. What is my official prediction? What is my official breakdown? What are the fighter statistics? Like the little details of the fighters you need to know. I will let you know that, okay? Now, I will start with Ikram Aliskerov. Both the striking, the grappling, the jiu-jitsu, I will break them all down, okay? Now, Ikram Aliskerov is a Russian fighter. He's a combat sambo fighter. He is 6 feet and 0 inch tall. 6 feet and 0 inch tall. He's an international master of sports in combat sambo and has competed in sambo as well. He has won different World Cups in combat sambo. He has won different championships in sambo and combat sambo as well. So he has a master of sports in international. He has an international master of sports in combat sambo. That is, he's a combat sambo like genius. He's a combat sambo technician. He's a combat sambo elite fighter. Okay. Now the striking. I'm amazed of his skills. Like his skills is very smooth. He has great striking skills. And it's powerful as well. The kicks is on point, the punches are on point, the knees are on point, the clinch work. Like all the aspects of striking in MMA is absolutely perfect for Ikram Aliskerov. Ikram Aliskerov is one of the best strikers we have in the middleweight division, and he's super underrated. Maybe he's not a big name, though he's a great fighter. He's an excellent fighter, but not a big name in the UFC, and he has had a few fights in the UFC. Ikram is a tall middleweight, one of the tallest middleweights in the world. Ikram Aliskerov has powerful hands. There's power in his hands. He can put someone out in just 10 seconds because of the power he has got in his hands. He has power in his kicks. What am I talking about? Ikram Aliskerov is an elite striker. He's not a good fighter. He's above good. He's above average. He's a great striker. And he's got great grappling as well. What is his grappling's background? His grappling background or his grappling roots is in combat sambo. He's a combat sambo genius. Now let's go to Robert Whittaker. Okay, how is Ikram's jiu-jitsu? Like how good is Ikram's jiu-jitsu? I think his jiu-jitsu is good because he knows how to submit people. He can get the takedown. That is, his wrestling is on point. The jiu-jitsu is also on point as well. But what is Ikram's rank in jiu-jitsu? Like what color of belt does Ikram has in jiu-jitsu? I don't know that one for sure, but I believe Ikram's would have definitely a good jiu-jitsu as well. So he's a well-rounded fighter. He can strike, he can grapple, he can wrestle. Now let's go to Robert Whittaker's game. The statistics. Robert Whittaker is 6 feet and 0 inch tall. Robert Whittaker has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He has a black belt in Hapkido. He has a black belt in Karate as well. Robert Whittaker is a former UFC middleweight champion of the world. Robert Whittaker was a part of the Australian team for the Australian national team for freestyle wrestling. Robert Whittaker is one of the most experienced middleweights in the world, a former champion and a tough dude as well. Now let's break it down. Now, when it comes to striking, who do you think would have the edge when it comes to pure MMA striking? I feel Ikram he's tough. He has good striking skills, but Robert Whittaker's bread and butter is striking. Okay, you rarely outstrike Robert Whittaker. He loves standing and banging with anyone. Now, when it comes to striking, who do you think would have the advantage? I feel Robert Whittaker should be able to outpoint Ikram Aliskerov when it comes to striking. He should be able to outstrike Ikram Aliskerov when it comes to like standing, like trading punches. I believe Robert Whittaker would outpoint him. Not only outpointing him, he may not put him out, but it will be a war on the feet. But he might be able to outpoint him. Now, in the wrestling department, Ikram Aliskerov is one of the best wrestlers in MMA. Robert Whittaker is one of the best wrestlers as well, but who prefers to use his striking to get the victory for himself. Now, who do you think will have the edge when it comes to wrestling? I feel Ikram will have the edge. Robert is a great wrestler. Has anyone taken Robert Whittaker down before? I think just few fighters that have been able to do that. Okay, so I haven't seen much of Ikram's wrestling. You understand? Like, even if he has wrestled MMA fighters, maybe he's against lower ranked fighters. Now, against elite middleweights, no, he hasn't fought elite middleweights. The only elite middleweight Ikram is going to fight is Robert Whittaker, which will happen this weekend. Let's see how he's going to handle himself. Now, the cardio, I think the striking edge should be 70-30. That is 70 for Robert Whittaker and 30 for Ikram. Robert should have the advantage. The wrestling should go to Ikram. Now, the jiu-jitsu, Ikram doesn't have a black belt, but all these sambo fighters, they do have like knowledge about jiu-jitsu, and they rarely get submitted. It's rare for a jiu-jitsu practitioner to submit a combat sambo fighter. It's very rare. You can see Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makachev. Islam being a combat sambo fighter and Charles being a black belt in jiu-jitsu. It was hard for him to submit him. So when the fight goes to the ground, can Robert Whittaker implement his jiu-jitsu game? I think Robert Whittaker has great grappling. You understand? He has great submission game and great groundwork as well. But can Robert Whittaker be able to submit Ikram Aliskerov? Robert Whittaker is going to try, but Ikram won't let him submit him. So the grappling is 50-50. That is, the jiu-jitsu have to be what? 50-50. That's it. Now, the next one is the cardio. The cardio or the gas tank. Now, who has the advantage when it comes to the cardio? All combat sambo athletes are always strong, and they don't gas out quickly. So when it comes to cardio, I will give the edge to Robert Whittaker. Why? Because what Robert Whittaker has been he has been in numerous 5-round fights. Have Ikram Aliskerov ever been in a 5-round fight in the UFC? No. He might have gone 5 rounds in other promotions, but in the UFC, no. Robert Whittaker will have the edge when it comes to the cardio and the experience. The experience should go to Robert Whittaker. The cardio should go to Robert Whittaker. You understand? Because he can handle himself in a 5-round fight. Ikram might gas out because he's not used to fighting 5 rounds, but I believe he's going to be prepared to go to 5 rounds. He might be explosive in the first round. He might try to fight, maybe like the first round should be like a round where you have to see what your opponent is doing, like the game plan. Okay, maybe in the 3rd or 4th round, I think he's going to make it's more like interesting, more entertaining fights, and it's going to go to distance. This fight, there won't be a finish. What is my prediction? My prediction is Robert Whittaker will defeat Ikram Aliskerov via unanimous decision. Via unanimous decision, there won't be a finish, okay? Because Ikram has only been beaten once by Khamzat Chimaev, which wasn't in the UFC. It was back at Brave FC. Kamzat is the only one that will be able to hand Ikram Aliskerov his first loss in MMA. Now, Robert is a strong fighter as well. These are the top elite middleweight we have on the world. Now, thank you for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and share this post. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you, guys. Thank you.